swear you'll never see anything like this ever again. Stupendous!
Hi guys, welcome back to FPL Insights, your home of everything fantasy football related. This week we're going to be having a look at game week 27, as well as looking how I did in game week 26. So on screen now you can see my points for game week 26. Pretty average. I actually got the average points this week, which was 43. Captain Kane, that paid off in the last minute when he got a penalty just a few minutes after missing one against Liverpool. Only one clean sheet in the defence with De Gea, and another big point scorer on my team was Salah. As you can see, Azpilicueta got 0 when they got thumped 4-1 against Watford. So yeah, 43, not the best, and we'll have a look at my first player to watch in hopefully a better game week for myself, which is game week 27. So my first player to watch this week is Theo Walcott for Everton. What a game he had 2 weeks ago when they played Leicester, and he got 2 goals and I believe he got 3 bonus points as well. So that gave him 15 overall, and obviously last week they played Arsenal and they got thumped. But I feel like, given that the Toffees are returning to Goodison this weekend to play Crystal Palace, it makes Walcott a viable option in midfield. He's only 7.3 million. I believe he's owned by just about 6% of people. So if you're looking for an option midfield, he's got some good fixtures coming up. I'll show you on screen following this game. You could definitely look at Walcott as a potential option. So my next player to watch this week is Gerard Deulofeu for Watford. He's sitting at 6 million on FPL, only owned by just over 1% of people, and that's obviously understandable because he's only been at Watford for just more than a week. Made his debut against Stoke and got 3 points, and he just actually helped his side to a 4-1 victory over Watford like I spoke about, and he bagged himself 13 points, a goal, assist and 3 bonus points. He's 6 million in midfield, so he's even a lot cheaper than Walcott. And looking at Watford's next upcoming games, I feel like Deulofeu will be a good option. He's always pacey out wide, tricky out wide, so he could definitely earn you some assists as well as some goals hopefully this season. So if you're looking for a midfielder who's even cheaper than the likes of Walcott, you could look at Deulofeu. So my last player to watch this week, it's Callum Wilson for Bournemouth. Callum Wilson is known for his games of excellence in FPL. He always has these games which he just scores loads of goals. But recently he's been pretty consistent with 3 goals in his last 5 games. Goals over the likes of Arsenal and Chelsea, so some big teams he's scoring against. Bournemouth are unbeaten since before Christmas, which is impressive. And given that Callum Wilson is 5.9 million in FPL, and he's owned by just less than 10% of people, he's definitely a good third striker choice if you have the likes of Kane and Firmino up front. You could definitely look at Wilson with his upcoming fixtures as well, and his consistency. I feel like he's a good option up front. So going on to a feature on the channel that I like to call Clean Sheet of the Week. This week we're going with Man City. They host Leicester this weekend, and although City failed to win last weekend when they travelled to Burnley, they drew 1-1. I feel like returning to the Etihad with the strength of their side, they'll bounce back to form this week, probably with a dominant 3 or 4-0 win over Leicester. So lastly, looking at my one to watch this week, it's Jordan Ayew. And credit to the person who mentioned Jordan Ayew on my last video. He was actually one of the most transferred in players 2 weeks ago before they faced Arsenal, which was quite confusing given Arsenal are a good team. But nevertheless, Ayew bagged himself a goal in that game due to a check mistake. But he's sitting at 5.3 million on FPL, owned by over 10% of people now. But his recent form is very promising, and I feel like Ayew will keep this up when they face Burnley at home this weekend. So on screen you can see my team for game week 27. We've kept the armband on Kane simply because of the North London derby, and you never know what to expect in this fixture, so I feel like there could be goals, and that's why I've stuck with Kane. But we've also got Aguero up front with a home fixture against Leicester, so that's always good to have 2 forwards with home fixtures. We got in Moritz Bauer for Stoke last week, and we got Ben Mee out. I got Bauer in simply because he's a new signing, 4.5 million, and he's got some good games coming up. I still have a transfer to use this week, but I'm not sure if I'll use it yet. I'll probably just wait until the deadline. And looking at the overall rank, you can see I'm 55,000 just due to the poor game week I had last week, and 1,500 points. So hopefully those can go up this week when we have game week 27 on Saturday, and hopefully you can go up the ranks as well with the suggestions that I've made. Thank you very much for watching. See you later.